Hello. Hi, Melissa. How are you today? Hey, Roger. How's everybody? Guess what I've been doing? I've been in the kitchen cutting chicken up to fry. I ain't been a swinging, let me just tell you that. All right, I'm a little late today, getting a late start. And I'm gonna go ahead and get my eye lit and get some oil going in my pan. Hey, Sabrina. Tired too, Roger. Haven't been doing any yard work, but I'm tired. Hey, Miss Pat. All right, y'all. I'm gonna do my pan-fried, skillet-fried chicken tonight. Now, sometimes I fry in the iron skillet, and sometimes I fry it in this big skillet here. I usually get the same results, but it just depends on how much chicken I'm frying. That pan will hold a little more than my iron skillet will, so that's why I'm using that pan. Now, I'm not deep frying, I'm pan frying, so I only put about that much oil in the bottom of my skillet. And I actually have a whole chicken that I cut up at the sink myself. And if you don't know how to do that, then you can get it. You can buy it already cut up. You can buy the pieces. Sometimes I hit those bones just right, cutting it up, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's hard. So I did fillet out and skin out the breast, but I left the other pieces with the skin on. And we're gonna fry whole chicken. I put some flour in my bag, and then I like to use seasoned salt. Now sometimes if I want it to be spicy, I'll soak it in a little bit of buttermilk or just milk is fine with really hot sauce. I've got some ghost pepper sauce, and I'll soak it in that for a little while, and that makes it really hot. Hey Debbie, hey Shelly, hey Percy. So I didn't want to do hot chicken tonight. We're just doing regular, down home country pan fried chicken, okay? So I'll put some seasoned salt in there, and I'm gonna put a little regular salt in there. I'm gonna put a little garlic powder in it. And I got a lot of flour, so I'm putting a lot of seasonings. I haven't soaked this chicken or anything. And I'm gonna put paprika. The paprika will make it a pretty color. Sometimes I also put turmeric, or turmeric, however you want to say it. And I'm going to put some black pepper. Hey Rod and Addie. And put some black pepper, and I'm going to open this other spout because I don't want to stand here shaking this black pepper in here all night. I'm just going to try to be careful with it. We like a lot of black pepper. No matter how much I put in it, Donnie's still probably gonna say, you didn't put any pepper in this chicken. He does me that way all the time. I couldn't get my hair to do nothing, so I put this ball cap on. I washed it this morning and I didn't fix it. I just blew it dry, And then it wouldn't do anything this afternoon, so it's getting too long to do anything. All right, I'm going to taste this flour because I just want to see if it's seasoned enough. I think it can use a little more seasoned salt and a little more garlic salt, or this is garlic powder. I've missed everybody this week. It's been a very busy week. I tell you, 2020 is just, 2020 is turning out to be a booger all the way around. We had another death in the family this week, and so Miss Carolyn Brown passed away. And she was my neighbor, and she was my cousin by marriage, and she was my friend, and we went to church together, and she helped raise me, so it's been a rough week. Addie said that's gross. Well, I gotta make sure it tastes good, Addie, before I put it on the chicken. All right. So, let me shake it up again. I think it's good. I'm not gonna taste it again. Hey, Ron. All right, so, now, as I said, as I told all the ones that were here previously, I have some chicken. I have a whole chicken that I cut up, and I mean, I've got the back, and I got the legs. There's another piece of the back. I cut it in half. The wings, I left the little tips on the wings. There's another leg, the thighs, there's the breast. I even put the liver and the gizzard in here. I don't like liver. I can eat gizzards, but I'm gonna put them in here. Nobody might eat them, but Fagin will. And then I just cut the breast in strips. It'll cook quicker than any of it. Let me go ahead and shake this up. Alright, I'm going to go ahead now and throw these breast pieces in there. That's the gizzard. Alright, let me shake these up. And I'm just trying to get the chicken good and coated. And my grease should be good and hot now. Put that. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna make some deviled eggs too. So I got some water here. I'm gonna drop those in just a second and get those boiling. I'm gonna make some deviled eggs. But let me go ahead and get this chicken on because I know this grease is getting hot. So I've got about that much grease in my skillet. Not deep frying, I'm pan frying. And I think it's good and hot. Yep. You hear it? These breast strips will cook faster than any of it, but I'm going to try to get it all in the skillet at one time. I'm going to have to turn it down a little bit because I think it's a little hot. Turn it down a smidge. Now, I will have flour all over this kitchen. I'm just going to tell y'all right now. I'm going to try to be careful and not. But I'm pretty sure that I will. I about let my grease get too hot. I smell it. I smell it already. That's okay. I'm going to get all this in here, I think. I am crowding the skillet pretty good. These pieces. Now I like to cook it pretty high and brown it good on each side. And then, make sure I got all, I did. I'm just gonna throw that away, pull these gloves off, and I still got clean hands. Now, I don't like myself to use tongs because I feel like it tears off my breading. I'm gonna get a fork. I forgot. I really didn't get anything much tonight together. So y'all will see me running around here like a crazy person trying to get everything. These first pieces that I put in have already browned up, and I'm going to flip them over. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat back up just a smidge because I don't want it to get too low. And I'm just flipping these over. These first ones I put in, especially the ones that were really hot and browned up fast. Now I hope my chicken turns out good tonight. It may not. You know, it's just one of them things. And I may have to add a little more oil as I go along. I'm just going to watch it, see how it soaks it up, see how it does. I'm just trying to make sure that these get good and brown on one side before I flip them over. And like I said, I've got my skillet crowded pretty good. And when I get all these flipped over, I'll get the camera and bring it over here and show it to you. One more to go. I could have let that one go a little bit longer. So I'm going to turn my heat back up just a little bit. Let me grab my camera and I'll show y'all how I've got my skillet crowded. Let's see if I can get it on the chicken. Okay, see how I've got it? I got it good and crowded. I have several pieces of chicken in there. So I put that entire chicken in that pan. Okay? Let me go ahead and set my camera back up over here. And next, I'll go ahead and get started. Get my eggs boiling. I should have started those first. But I'm going to make some deviled eggs. And I'm just going to make a few, not many. But the thing about these deviled eggs, if I have any left over, I'll have some egg salad. I'll have some egg salad tomorrow. My ponytail's crooked. Yeah, it's a little crooked. I'm a little off-centered. You know that, don't you, Ron? So 4 will make 8, so I should have some left over. So I'm going to go ahead and get these boiling. I'm just going to throw them on the back eye. I'll turn the front eye on. And as I usually do, I'm going to add some salt to the water, and hopefully that'll help the peeling come off. I should have pre-boiled these, but I didn't. And I'm going to make some green beans to go with them. These are just store-bought green beans. I didn't want to climb up in the ladder and get my home canned ones out. I need a new can opener, y'all. But these need to be ate, so we're going to eat these. I've had these a while. Whoa, there we go. Y'all, But just before I started, I broke a dish. So I was trying to get everything together and hurry up, and I broke a dish, and I said, forget it. Just start it. Don't worry about getting everything together. I smell my chicken again. I'm fixing to flip it again. Olive oil and salt. And that's what goes in my green beans. Yeah, I wish it did, Ron, grow them already canned. I've got canned ones from the garden, but they're up in the top of my shelf. I've got some in the bottom of my island too, but they're all the way in the back. I didn't take the time to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this chicken again because it's brown on the other side. I'm gonna flip it all over one more again, cut the heat down, and then I'm gonna put a lid on it. You don't want to put your lid on it until you've browned it on both sides. And like I said, Donnie uses tongs, but I don't like to use tongs because I get my bread off when I use tongs. I'm just rolling them over with the fork. More oil to the bottom of my pan because I can tell it's soaked up quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Not much, just a little. Again, I'm not deep frying this, I'm pan frying it. Alright, I'm going to turn it down a hair. And I'm going to keep a good check on it. I put my lid on it, and I'm just going to keep turning it so that it doesn't burn. And then sometimes it still burns because I get sidetracked. So I ain't gonna lie, I've burnt chicken many times. Okay, I didn't get my cutting board out, but that's all right. We're not gonna worry with the cutting board tonight. I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes. I was gonna make some of my cream corn, but I didn't want to go down and get it out of the deep freeze. I used all I've had in my freezer up here, so I didn't mess with it. We'll do cream corn another night. Now, since I'm getting these potatoes on a little late, I'm going to cut them pretty small and it won't take long for them to boil. So I'm just going to cube them up. There we go. It don't take many, but I always make too many. My mother-in-law makes potato cakes. I don't care for them. But if you have leftover mashed potatoes or fried potatoes, you can make potato cakes. Hey Tracy, Luna, it's so good to see you watching. I hope you're feeling all right today. Hey Sheila. I'm not sure if I said hey to you, but I think I saw my brother Danny come on too. Danny, I'm frying chicken. You want me to save the neck for you? I'm fixing to have to go back and check it though because I gotta keep an eye on that chicken. You want to just keep turning it, So let me check it again. since they don't have the bone in, they're about done. And they're small. Well, I can't get this one to roll over. There you go. That gizzard's about done too. I don't like chicken liver, but I did cook it. I don't like any kind of liver. I'm not just being prejudiced against chicken liver. I don't like any kind of liver at all. There we go. And you can hear it's kind of, you can tell by listening that it's slowed down on the cooking a little bit. Let me stir these up because I got the salt in them. Okay. The thighs, what you want, Danny? You know, I gotta fix this. I can't read everything. Let me see if I can fix it. Tater cakes. You like tater cakes, Tracy? I just don't care for them, but some people do. She makes pinto bean cakes too. Now those are pretty good. I like those pretty good. Hey Debbie. Look, I'm peeling it instead of. I don't never get my potatoes done, will I? Danny, I was, you know, on Clark Griswold. Cousin Eddie says, "Shave the neck for me, Clark." I didn't cook the neck. But you know, I remember when I was at home, Mama with fried chicken, and she cooked the neck. Of course, I guess if you're trying to feed 5 kids, you're going to cook every piece that you can. And she would always eat the back because she was letting us all have the good food, the good pieces. But Daddy says the back's the best, and Donnie does too. They say that back has got good flavor. So I'm cooking it. And I'm just cutting these up. That potato's got a bad spot in it. I'm going to cut it out. Oh, goes all the way. Oh, there we go. It'll be all right. I'm not going to waste it. I started to make green peas because mashed potatoes and green peas are really good. What looks green? The potatoes? I'm going to have to roll Debbie down. I didn't see what you're saying. They look green. What looks green, Debbie? My potatoes? They're not green. The beans are green. Alright. I'm getting there, guys. Just look at everything. On the eggs, I've told y'all this in the past, but I'll tell you again. Once they start boiling, 8 minutes, and you've got the perfect boiled egg. So, just let them boil for 8 minutes, and they should be good. Sometimes I'll go over just a minute or two, but that's okay. All right. That's all the potatoes I'm peeling. And I'm going to rinse them off real fast. Now, I cut them small, and I'll cover them up. And they'll get done pretty quick. Okay? Let me grab the... Yeah, here it is. Let me rinse these off and put some fresh water in them. And then I'll check my chicken again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn this and put some salt in this water. I keep wiping my hands on my pants, but I guess that's all right. Put a lid on it, it'll make it get done faster. Yep, a good old country meal. I'm gonna flip my chicken again. Y'all wanna see it again? Y'all wanna see how the chicken's going? Let's go over here and check it out. Can you see it? It's frying up pretty good so far, as long as I don't mess it up. We got it going pretty good right now. All right, I'm gonna flip it. I just like to, sometimes I'll poke a prong in it and flip it that way, but if I can get my, just get my fork in under it and flip it over, that's how I like to flip mine. I like that right there. Now that, and I got the fork in it. I'm fixing to get that out. That, and I got to put a fork in. I like to get it on, you know, all the sides, good and cooked. Now lots of times, I just, you know, buy legs and fry legs, because we like legs, or thighs, legs and thighs. I like breast, but Donnie doesn't. He likes the wings and the legs and the thighs. I'm going to go ahead and grab a platter. And my platter, I've chipped the edge a little bit, but it's okay. Was talking about Miss Carolyn, who passed away this week. She gave me this platter. It was hers. And she gave it to me when I had my housewarming. I like to use it. We know that, I've talked about it before, that I like to use my stuff that people give me. So I'm going to go ahead and grab some of this pieces that are done. Like, I think that right there is the liver. And there's the gizzard. There's a little breast piece I had made a little piece out of. That makes a little more room in the skillet. This one I think is done as well. It's a piece of breast. And I'll probably have some chicken for breakfast in the morning, so probably have plenty of it left. That'll be good. Another piece of breast. Now that made a little more room in the skillet. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid back over it. But we got some pieces out now. So I'm just going to set them back over here and let them drain on this paper towel. Paper towel's not pretty, but it's a necessity, you know. I may go ahead and put some biscuits in the oven, and I might make some gravy to go with these mashed potatoes. I mean, why not, right? Okay. So, let me go ahead and back this up a little bit. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. Let's see. Whoop. There we go. I don't know if I missed the wool. Hey, Martha. Hi, Penny. Okay. So, most of you have seen me make my biscuits before. I'll go ahead and just do them again. I'm just going to make this small skillet. I think it's just an 8-inch or maybe even a 6-inch. I don't know. It's a small one. Big enough for me and Johnny. I don't even need the biscuits, to be honest with you, but you know, you can't have fried chicken without biscuits, right? Okay, about a cup of meal. I'm not making cornbread. About a cup of flour. I'm gonna go ahead and turn my oven on. I was thinking about it, and I usually do go ahead and turn my oven on as I'm mixing up my biscuits. And I put my oven on 450. All right, so buttermilk. Shake it up. Need a spoon. I told y'all I've got nothing together today. Put some oil. Gonna put some oil in the bottom of this skillet. Put some buttermilk in here. Maybe about half a cup, 3/4 of a cup of buttermilk. And a cup of flour for this small skillet. Now if I was making a big skillet, of course I would use more. And I like to mix mine up pretty good. You can, don't mix it as much and they'll probably rise more and be thicker and, I don't know how to say it, fluffier, I guess. I like mine a little tougher. I don't really know. I mean, they're good. When I say tough, that sounds bad, but they're not. They're not bad, they're good. They still got some lumps in here in the flour. Should be okay. I might have got it a little thin, but it'll all work out. It'll be fine. I'm just going to spoon them in here like so. These are pretty thin, but they'll be alright. I like them like that. I'm not picky about it, y'all. As long as I got enough grease on them. And crust. Because that's my favorite part anyways, the crust. So. Got them a little thin, but they'll be fine. They'll eat. Should have added a little more flour. I'm gonna add a little more to each one here. We're just gonna make do. We're gonna eat them. I don't care how they turn out. All right, I'm gonna grab another spoon and spoon it over the top of them. I gotta check on my chicken again. So I'm going to spoon the grease over the top of them. And you can kind of shape them up a little bit. It'll probably be like one big biscuit because they're so thin. Because they're so thin. That's alright. I'm telling you, they'll be fine. Just kind of shape them with my spoon. And make sure I get enough grease on top. We'll eat them however they turn out. Right? Okay, let me check on my chicken. My eggs are boiling. I'm not sure when they started, but it couldn't have been over a minute or two. So, I got my eye on the time now. I'm going to go ahead and get this one out because it's a piece of that breast and it's done. Okay. And you can see as you're cooking the chicken, when it's on the bone, you can see the blood kind of cooking out of it. And when the juices start running clear, you know it's done. I don't really know how long it takes. I just cook it till I know it's done. I don't know. If you're unsure, just keep cooking it. Then take one out and test it. See if you can use a thermometer, or you can just, tear into it with a fork. See if it's done. You'll know. I mean, just watch it. You'll know. Okay? All right. Eggs are boiling. A few minutes there. I'm gonna go ahead and get things ready for the deviled eggs. Get my little deviled egg tray. Hi, Regina. Now my deviled eggs are simple. I use mayonnaise and mustard and salt and pepper. And that's what I like. So let me go ahead and grab my little tip. I like to squirt it in there. We'll have that. Go ahead and just sample this little piece of chicken. I love fried chicken. It's so good. Nobody will know that piece is gone. That's some good fried chicken though. Even if I do say so myself. Just kind of get things ready here. Let's see. I think these eggs have been boiling about 5 minutes. Now right at this point, as we get to the end, I keep a really close eye on the chicken and keep flipping it. I guarantee that piece up there is done. And this one, I don't see any legs still coming out of it, but I'm going to let those legs go just a little bit. When you're getting this chicken to fry, if you're buying a whole chicken, to fry, it's best to buy the small ones. They're a lot better. That's one reason I like to buy whole chicken, because you know these legs and thighs that you buy already separated out, usually those legs are so huge it looks almost like a turkey leg. So I always look for, even if I'm just buying the individual packs of like legs or thighs, I try to buy the ones that have the smallest legs and the smallest thighs. They're just better. They're not as tough, and we like them better. Okay, I think my eggs are probably done, but I'm going to let them go just a minute more, a couple minutes more. Then I got to peel them. I really should have had those ready, right? But that's okay. My cousin asked me, he sent me a message. I hadn't got to respond to him, Bobby. It's been a busy week. I just haven't had a chance. But he asked me when I was going to make some chocolate pie. So I'm going to make chocolate pie one day. I will. I don't make a lot of sweets usually for us here at home. I love them. I would love to make sweets every day and have cake and pie every day of my life. Man. Wouldn't that be awesome to be able to eat cakes and pies every day of your life? But I can't do it. I have to watch it, and so I don't. But I'm going to make some pies. I'm going to make some coconut. That coconut pie is coming. I'm going to make that. I'm going to make some chocolate pie. One of my favorite pies, pumpkin pie. I love pumpkin pie. So I will be making some pumpkin pie, and I make it, a lot of times I'll use, I'll buy pumpkin in a can, but I have pumpkin, I think 1 bag left that I froze. So I like to cook out a whole pumpkin, cook it out, puree it up, and freeze it, and use those to make pumpkin pies and pumpkin muffins, and I love pumpkin. So, all right, let's see. I believe my eggs are done. We're going to give them a try. I think they've been boiling 8 minutes. So I'm draining this hot water off of them. And I'm going to shake them around to break the shells. I just give them a good shaking the pan to break the shells up. And then I'm going to put cold water on them. And hope they peel out pretty. Y'all, let's see if they peel out good. Hey Candace. Hey Nancy. Alright, so I shook them around. Man, I hope they're done. I hope I got my time down. They're hot. Usually I let them cool down before I try to peel them. Yes, Danny, yes. My Uncle Si used to raise pumpkins, and Danny got the seed from him. BT Locker, Si Locker. And Danny has been raising pumpkins from the seed. That was my Uncle BT's. I do, yes, Danny, please get me a pumpkin. And I'll make a pie from it one day. Or some pies. Alright, here we go. I think I got it going now. If you can get that really thin skin that's under that shell, if you can get it going, usually you can get them to peel out pretty good. Like that right there. Whew. There we go. There we go. I gotta check my chicken, y'all. I'll have to rinse these off because they got little pieces of shell. I'll drop it down in the water. Let me check on my chicken. I'm excited. Thank you, Danny. I'm excited. I'm going to get some Si pumpkins. You know, the Robertsons aren't the only one that's got an Uncle Si. I had an Uncle Si, too. Oh, yeah. I'm fixing to get this out because I've about let that go too long. It got crispy on that one side. But I believe they're done. So let me get the chicken out, y'all. Fry. The leg. Another back. A wing. I like mine crispy, so I like a lot of crust on mine. I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna go ahead and just turn it off, and I'll save it to make a little bit of gravy. There's my chicken. Brown and crispy and crunchy, and it's gonna be so good. Okay, get back to my eggs. All right, got that. Got the shells off of that. My potatoes are boiling now, so they should be done here pretty soon. My beans are boiling good. My eggs are peeling up. So we're getting on the home stretch of things here. I know my biscuits aren't done. I'll check them in a minute, but I know they're not done. I wished I'd had a, I do have, let me go grab something real fast. You know, I don't have any chicken broth thawed up. I froze what and I meant to thaw some up, but I'm going to use beef broth anyway. I'll just use beef broth and make my, oh, this one busted. I'll make my gravy with it. It'd be better if it was chicken broth, but I'm going to cook it where I cook the chicken. So we'll just, Uncle Si was a character. He was a character, wasn't he? Yep. We all lived in the South. And from what I hear, Aunt Evelyn was wonderful too, so I didn't know her. But I know she was. I've heard she was. Alright. So, one of my eggs come out ugly. You know, if you boil eggs, usually one of them's you're gonna have one come out and be ugly. So, the others peeled really good. So, here we go. Let me check on everything real fast before I get this going. It'll be done in just a second. Beans are done. I'm going to turn them off so they don't burn. Potatoes are fine. I'll just get them in a second. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slice my egg in half. And I hope my tomatoes are done. And they are. There we go. So I'm just going to pop it out into my little bowl here. Get that out. Come on out of there. I need a spoon. I should have grabbed about 5 spoons a while ago when I was in that drawer. Biscuits should be done here in a minute. They're not done now. There we go. Got that one out. I just made a little bit of a mess. Now that one's going to pop out. There we go. Pop it out. Slice my egg in half. Usually I use a little smaller knife doing this. That could be part of my problem. Pop out of there, baby. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And even if you got one that you know, chunked off or whatever, you can usually work with it and make it do. I love deviled eggs so much. See how chunky it is? I don't know if you can see it, but it's got big chunks out of it. We're gonna use it anyways. I should have went the other way with it. We're gonna piece it together and make it make do. There we go. I got plenty of deviled eggs. I'll have some eggs. Either I'll just eat them with deviled eggs or I'll make egg salad in one. That don't bother me. I love it. Love it, I love it. I'm gonna take a fork and I'm gonna mash my yellow. Now if I was making a whole lot, you know, I would need more mix. So, you know, you just kind of eyeball this mayonnaise and this mustard. You're gonna use more mayonnaise than mustard. Mayonnaise, and I like mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, not salad dressing, mayonnaise. And Evelyn was your buddy? Oh, I'm sorry. She was a cooker. I've heard about her cooking and canning. All right, so probably for this amount, probably 1, 2, 3. I don't know. I put about 3 or 4 tablespoons. Fagan is done. That's probably Donnie coming home. Yep, it's Donnie coming home. Faye, it's okay, buddy. He won't hush till he gets in the house, y'all. I'm sorry. And probably a teaspoon, about a teaspoon of mustard. Hey, 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 hey. Get your treat and go meet him. All right, I like black pepper, so I'm putting black pepper in it quite a bit. A little bit of salt. And then, I like to use my mixer and make them good and creamy. It's okay, buddy. So I'm just going to use my mixer. because I like them good and creamy. Now, some people put pickles, dill or sweet, whatever you like, in their deviled eggs. Personally, I will eat them that way because I love deviled eggs. Personally, I prefer them with no pickles. I just want them good and creamy. I'm sorry, y'all. He'll be quiet in a minute. Maybe. Fagan, be quiet. And I may have got a little much mustard in them, but I like them tangy too. Got it on my thumb. Alright, that's pretty good. I'll have to rinse those for my mashed potatoes. Now, I like to use a piping bag or icing bag, or a little Ziploc bag will work. Hello. It's almost ready. Usually I use my scissors to cut this, but I don't have them over here. I just do it like that. I put my little tip in. There we go. What am I doing? Just fixing to put mayonnaise in there. And then I just dump in my egg yolk mixture. And I make a mess because I didn't turn it down like you're supposed to. Okay. Got a little much mayonnaise in these, but they'll be good. Alright, here we go. And you could totally fill it with a spoon. But I usually just do this. Make quick work of it. And it makes it pretty. And I just squirted that out. And I'll go back and touch the ones up with the extra. There we go. Let me clean that mess up. Made a mess. And then I always take a little bit of paprika. I'm getting this extra and sprinkle the top of them. There we go. And there's my deviled eggs. So the eggs are ready, the chicken's ready, the green beans are ready, and I guarantee these potatoes and hot. So let me go ahead, turn this off. And drain the water off of them. Now, tested them. Yeah, they're done with a fork. And I'm going to go ahead and rinse these beaters off because I'm going to use them on my potatoes. I'll get the biscuits out in just a second. It's about done. I'm going to mash these potatoes and get the biscuits out. Well, there we go. So I like them good and creamy, so I just use the mixer. Let me go grab my butter. I didn't get my butter. And I like a lot of butter in them. I'm just gonna cut it chunks. Whoop. And I like to put just a little bit. I didn't want him to be here when I tell this secret. It ain't no secret. I put a little bit of sour cream in it.
I put mayonnaise in mine. Ain't no secret. I watch Food Network.
Huh?
I watch Food Network.
I know it, but I didn't know you knew I put it in there. He knows all about it, y'all. I forgot my milk too, y'all. I'm gonna go get my milk. Because I need some milk in them to make them a little creamier. Let me go ahead and grab my biscuits out of the oven. Ooh, it's hot. And they're fine, as I knew they would be. See the biscuits? We'll just set those over here for a moment. Now I'll grab my milk. Put a little milk in there. And I'll have to see if they need any more salt and pepper. I know they need pepper, I haven't added any. And we like a lot of pepper. Now they're getting good and creamy. I'm going to add a little more salt. And then I'm going to go ahead and add pepper. Lots of pepper. And it won't be enough. I can guarantee you. He'll add more. All right, y'all, there we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little piece on top. If I was gonna dish this out in a bowl, but I'm not, we're gonna eat it straight out of the pan. I'm not dishing it out in a bowl. I'm not washing a lot of extra dishes tonight. I think I'm gonna cheat if I have any cheaters. I was gonna use, no, I don't know. I mean, I have nothing to cheat with. Oh yeah, I do. I was going to make my own gravy and use that broth, but since he's gotten here and we're in a hurry, I'm gonna cheat, and he loves this peppered gravy in a pouch, so that's what I'm gonna do. I always have to read it. Bring water to a boil. One second. I'm gonna get my water, and this pan has got something on it. I gotta wash it off. There we go. I didn't get it all the way off. I must have washed it in the dishwasher the last time, and it didn't get all the should be enough. And I'm just gonna do a cheater. I'm gonna make this cheater gravy. It's really good if you've never had it. It's called Southeastern Meals Pepper Gravy. We like it. We do, we do. Go ahead. It only takes it a minute to cook too. And it's really good on biscuits and mashed potatoes. And if you make homemade gravy, you have to brown your, or I do, the way I do it, I brown my flour in a little grease, and if you eat that late at night, sometimes it don't sit well. Not that it's late, but, you know. All right, I'm gonna let it come to a little boil, and I'm gonna go ahead and start making a plate, okay? Let us see which piece I want. I want a leg. A little leg. And I'm gonna go ahead and grab a piece of breast too, because I like that too. And some green beans. This little pot, the handle's heavier than the pot is. It likes to flip over on my stove sometimes. Get me a biscuit. Ooh, that's the dumpling biscuits out. They're hot. Get me a biscuit. Boy, that biscuit right there would be good with some butter and some honey. It's good and hot. Let's get this gravy made, and we'll put some mashed potatoes and gravy on there. Let's get going. All right, let me grab a spoon to do that with. I just need a regular spoon. I can get one of these. I'll make a little swirl out, and I'll put my gravy in there. And a couple eggs. Gotta have a couple eggs in here. To top it off. All right, y'all, it's getting almost done, I think. Yep. It only takes a few minutes for this gravy, but you know what they say about a watch pot, it never boils. So we're getting down to the wire. It's getting thicker now. My cheater gravy. Your favorite. Okay, it's almost there. I got a mess in the kitchen. Alright. Once this starts boiling, it really starts getting congealed up quickly. I had a little gravy ladle. Right here it is. here's that pouch of cheddar gravy. And it's so good on these mashed potatoes. So it's okay to take shortcuts. There we go, y'all. We got pan-fried chicken, green beans, mashed potatoes and gravy, biscuits, and fried chicken. Fixing to eat supper, and I know it's all good. Y'all just trust me. I'm gonna make a picture of it before I mess it up. So y'all have a great night, and I hope you fry you up some chicken and make some deviled eggs, and have a great night and enjoy. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye. Fagan's playing ball, if y'all hear all that. Okay, let me hit finish.